Hello everyone, welcome to Taiji. It looks like it came out on Steam just a few weeks ago, I think. Let me double check that actually. The music's gonna turn off for a sec while I'm out. Store page. This came out on Steam, yeah, September 9th. So like a week and a bit ago. I didn't have this on my radar at all, but a friend of mine has it on Steam, and so Steam recommended it to me. This is another puzzle game, which, I've played some puzzle games recently. This one, from reading the store page, it seems to be trying, at any rate, to be a witness-like sort of puzzle, where there's a consistent sort of interface for solving puzzles, and then a bunch of areas that don't tell you what the rules within those, that have different rules within that framework, and it doesn't tell you the rules, but it tries to teach you to figure them out. So, that's all I really know. Apparently you can play with keyboard or with gamepad. I guess I'll try keyboard. So it says click on this, hit space, and then move around. So this, I don't know. Okay, so this is in fact a cage. And I can't interact with this normally, so I have to step on this, and that allows me to click on this thing. And then spacebar to say I'm done? Okay. Weird to teach me that. I assume it's going to be a very important thing that I just have to do something like that on every puzzle or something. So I'm here now. Okay, so I'm stepping on a puzzle, and I'm clicking on one of the things, and I'm pressing space? No. So you're turning on and off boxes. Okay, so I think spacebar is like the submit button. And this is a puzzle. But how do I know? Oh, I see. There's a picture here of what I'm supposed to draw. Okay. So look around you and see what you're supposed to do. Cool. And then I can't do anything with this, but maybe in the future I could. So is this one telling me how to solve this puzzle then? It is. Okay. Can't go across there, gotta go over. It's all broken. There's that. That's the shape I want, I assume. No. Ah, well these were white and this one is black, so I bet I want the opposite of this, right? These are the spaces I should not light up? Yes, okay, got it. And just in case I solved that last one by luck, do it again, please. Ooh, okay. I don't know if this is a hint to the next puzzle or if this is like the icon for this kind of area. Ah, no, it probably is. Well, I don't know. We'll see. This is a thing. Is this... Okay, here's the wires telling you the order you have to do things in. This one lights that up, and presumably I have to write this in over here. Yep. Now, look at that. They're cleverly like, look, there's no place with these, well, I don't know, maybe this actually is the symbol I'm supposed to use. But I think, if you look at this shape here, this is also very evocative of... In fact, this is exactly the same shape as that is, isn't it? Right? If you think about it, there's like the L piece here and an L piece here, here and here. Although this one, I don't know if you could call this dark. Questionable. Anyway, so I guess it probably is not the answer to this one, because then it would be the same as the last one I just did. But I thought they might be trying to get me to say, oh look, here's an answer to a puzzle in a way that's less obvious than you. But okay, no. You're supposed to go up so you can look at this. The camera doesn't show it to you until you step up a bit. Or doesn't make it as obvious. I've already forgotten it. Now, it is actually a little interesting. What do you do with these corner pieces? Do you fill them in, like... Because so far it's been giving me the whole grid, right? But here I don't have the whole grid. It's on a white background, like on a white kind of... Oh, or you know, wait a minute. Look, see this, again, this background kind of conveys very similar information, right? The difference is that it's also got bits of grass in the top right and bottom left, suggesting that, like, the corners are the opposite of the areas that go around them. So I have to include the top right and bottom left in my answer here? Yeah. Interesting. Okay, and so this has kind of the same thing with the shadows over here, right? We can see much of the puzzle here, but I believe all of it over here? Looks like all of it anyway. Okay, so now this is our first time with a panel that has 4 thingies, I guess. What am I supposed to do with this? Note when I step here, this thing gets lit up. Like this is cut out for some reason. On all the others, that doesn't happen. And here, these aren't just white. They're like white and outlined. Like, oh, I'm not allowed to click there. I see, that's what that means. So I have to use, I guess to solve this one, I have to use one of the ones where clicking there is not required, which is this. Right? Now, out of curiosity, suppose I got this wrong. And then I went here and I tried to use this solution. Is that allowed? No. I wondered if it might be like, yeah, you got to use all 4 of these to solve it. And the game won't tell you if you do it in the wrong order. But this is the only... This grid can only be solved by this one. So if you use this on one of the other grids, you'll find out later you were wrong. Okay. So this one is locked white. I see. Well, that has to be this then. This one is up here. And this one is unconstrained, and we choose this. So was there something over here? I guess not. It looks kind of like there might be. So far, sort of linear. Can I go this way? Ooh, there's a staircase down there. And I can go up here. But I can't interact with anything. Okay, well, see you later, I guess. And by the way, like The Witness, I think the experience is diminished if you like watch it on YouTube first. So I don't know. If the first like little bit of puzzles looked interesting to you and you want to play it, you should probably play it first and then watch the videos. I spoiled myself on The Witness, and you know, it was fun solving it, but not as fun as it could have been. And I still enjoy watching people play The Witness for the first time, even now, having watched several playthroughs. So it's not like I waste, like watching it early was required. All right, so what the hell is this? These are like little worlds? World select area, and this is the world we came from or something? I don't know, we can't interact with it right now. Maybe it's just a compass. Down there is the stairs, and over here is this world? That looks very suspicious. What's over here? It looks like a broken connection to this bridge or something. Alright, so this, it's got this shape here. What, do I like do this? What? Okay. I do it the other way? I don't know. They both seem allowed. And they give me this picture, which I can't interact with. These both feed to, and there's like blues and oranges. A little reminiscent of the Witness's Symmetry area where there were blues and yellows. Oh. And this is where you could come from down here. Was this connected up before? I don't know. Ooh, hello. So, we don't, I think, know how to solve these areas yet. Let's just put in some random garbage. Why is that allowed? Is this allowed? It wants to be all lit up. Why? And this one wants to be not lit up. But I don't know why yet. I mean, one thing we could guess from the puzzle that led us into this area... Oh, I lost track of it already. I guess it wasn't that. It was the one over here where we did the kind of two interlocking tetromino and pentomino. This thing. That they kind of want these two to be complementary to each other somehow, filling out a shape. But, what the hell? Ah, look, the shapes of these pillars are not identical, maybe? Right, this one kind of is bordered on all sides, and this one is kind of borderless in a way, or has thinner borders. Now, if we look at these, they have jagged borders, right? So, like this? Yeah. And then I guess like that? So, a game about noticing things, maybe. Ooh, this one's kind of broken. So we can't tell for sure, but so far it's been the opposite of its partner over here. Okay. Yeah, it's getting more, like, subtle, but I think this one looks like that? Yeah. Okay, well, we're in. Really? I guess some bits of it might have broken. Oh, this I see. Because this one, you can't see that it has any extra stuff on it, because it's kind of like crumbled. But on this side, you can see there is nothing here, and it hasn't crumbled. Like, this one is clear, and you can use it to deduce what this one should have been, because they're opposites of each other. Yeah, and this one has completely fallen apart, so you have to use this non-fallen apart one the whole way, right? Really? Yeah, I guess that's true. So top, bottom, and fourth from bottom. Now what's the deal? These have sort of a okay, I see. These are our first not one by ones, right? They have a wider border. So like here and here, I guess? No. Oh yeah, not that one. You're right. Okay. Did I misremember what was going on over here? Oh, wait a minute. This one looks the same, kind of, in a way, right? It's top right, this, these. So it's not... Yeah, they're not opposites of each other now. And they're not mirrors or rotations of each other, I don't think. I mean... Top right. These are both exactly the same, aren't they? No, what's happening at the bottom is different. When they start asking me to infer from one what the other's going to be, I'm going to be having a little trouble because I don't understand their relationship yet. Okay, these have fallen over. And I don't know what's going on the bottom of them. But it looks like they fell out of this space and this space. I guess that doesn't help very much, does it? Why is this lit up? Where does this come from? Why am I allowed to do this one? Is this like an optional puzzle? Can I do this one if I want? No. Is this? I mean, if we believed that these two were opposites of each other, or reflections of each other, then we could use like the left side of this one to deduce the right side, well, what was the left and is now the top, to deduce the right slash bottom here, and use the top slash left here to deduce the right slash bottom here. But this little bit here, I still don't understand the relation between these two. Because so far, when we were working with things that were just one wide, they were opposites of each other, right? Oh look, there's a little thing over here. Now when they're too wide, they're not exactly opposites. What are they? How do you categorize them? Or wait, are they opposites? No, because this one also has the top right on, right? And then the one here, right? These are the same on both. Do they fit into each other? Like if you were to take this one and drag it over here and click it in, would it fit together? Maybe. I mean, they would, right? So maybe we're meant to view these as... What's a way to describe what I mean? Like two halves of a sandwich, right? Like two... If you take them like the pages of a book, yes, that's a good example. This is the left page and this is the right page. And the spine is kind of down the middle. And if you fold the book closed so that the two faces are pressed against each other, they fill up... There's exactly one white among each space, right? Either this one, this here corresponds to there, and there's exactly one either here or here. I think that might be the same as saying they're reflections. Well, they're not reflections of each other. They're like reflected and then also inverted, I think. So with that knowledge, maybe we can understand what's going on here. This one has those, right? And this was the left page. So if we look at this guy, the right page, these two are needed to fill out the gaps in this when they come together, right? Yeah. And then if we look at this one, we see these two which means on the right part of the left page, we need like that, right? Oh, I didn't hit spacebar, but okay, there you go. So yes, they're like pages of a book that have to be folded together to make one complete book, and I don't understand this at all. So I guess I'm supposed to, from this, deduce like what it would have looked like when it was standing, and then put the opposite of that over here, I think. Because this looks like it fell from this plinth, right? I don't know yet what's going on with this, but I don't think it's part of this puzzle. I think it's part of this one up here. I think we're supposed to take the opposite of this and put it in over on that. Oh, hang on. Okay. There's no information for me over here, right? Yeah. We don't really know what this is about yet, but I don't think it does anything in the current puzzle. So you can kind of see around the edges here on this one what's going on the outside. It's not so clear to me what's happening on the inside. But I think we can safely put those two in at least, because they're what would be needed to fill in the outer edge of this. Yeah, okay. And this was completely filled in. It was hard to tell whether it was all filled in or none filled in, but apparently all filled in. Okay. So I guess we could do this puzzle. No. Like, this has completely fallen apart, and I'm not even allowed to edit it. But somehow it's going to inform me on this section or this section? I don't know. And what is going on here? I mean, this piece looks... It's the same shape as this piece, right? So are they opposites somehow? That would be like this, I think? Yeah, because this bit is sticking out which would correspond to this, and the top is sticking out, which would go here. Now, this I'm really not sure how to interpret. Because there's just like this piece that's snapped in half. I see that there's some stuff missing here. Maybe this was a sideways piece? Like this bit is sticking up and this bit is sticking up, and the bottoms, I guess, you can kind of see as well. But I don't know how to interpret the orientation. Like, which way was this meant to be facing? No way really makes sense, right? But like, is this the bottom or the top? I guess you couldn't really call it the top, could you? So it was filled in here, which means we're blank on those spaces, but filled in here. And if this was the bottom, then it was also blank there and there. And on the top, I really don't know. But this looks not filled in at all on the top, so let's say this is. No. Is it possible I just have this backwards? No. It's 5 tall, huh? So the bottom we know is blank. The next row we're pretty sure is filled in. Unless, of course, this is the top, and then I have some fiddling to do. And then I think there's 2 more. I mean, this is what I did before, right? This isn't what I did before, but it's interesting. Okay, so that's also wrong. So if we imagine that this were the top, although it really doesn't look like it, because it, I don't know. Then we'd have that. I wish I could, like, get some understanding of what's going on up here. How it was meant to be laid out. Like, also, what's the deal with this? I haven't used that one at all yet, right? Or have I? Yes, I have. So this one was the bookend of this one. This fell from here. Well, from where exactly, actually? Because we decided it's the opposite of this, and fair enough, that worked. But where was this standing before? How did it wind up here? What did the puzzle used to look like? Because that sort of influences how we interpret where this thing is, I feel like. Also, I still can't go here, can I? Oh, I can. No, but I can't go... This is like a cliff or something. This is like the final exam of the area or something. And so I feel a little bit annoyed that I'm stuck on like one puzzle before the final exam. But I don't understand how to like interpret this piece. Oh, wait a minute. This... So, this was on here so sturdily that I thought it was put there on purpose, right? It's not falling over at all. But in fact, this was supposed to be the stand for this thing. This one was standing here, upright, which makes sense because it's the opposite of this. It fell over and knocked this one down. So we can now understand which parts of this are what. This is the bottom and this is the top. Okay. So the bottom of this was not filled in, so this has to be. And where was this exactly? This was middle left is filled in, so the non-middle lefts, no, non-middle rights are filled in. So it's like that? Oh, don't do this to me, come on. Okay, so this is the right piece on the bottom. Oh, did I get it backwards? The outside right, second from the bottom, is on here. Which means the outside left, second from the bottom, should be off here when you, like... Right? Huh. Or actually, maybe the top isn't quite like that, is it? Because look, you can see... Or the bottom, I mean. this bit looks like it's sticking up a little. Like it used to be contained here. So maybe the bottom right is on, which means here the bottom left should be off? Ah! I mean, it's a little hard to interpret the spacing, too. There is a blank space in between here and here, right? And I think 2 blank spaces between here and here. Oh. Well... 2 blank spaces is a little weird. How is that possible? Let's try to draw what this one looked like, and then we can try reversing it. So there was a thing there, that's pretty clear. I think these were both off. Then on the left, there was this, and on the right, there was this. And on the bottom, maybe this? It's sort of hard to tell. But that means we need these. No, hang on. Gotta flip it. So we need like these 3. Oh my god, I want a piece of paper. So the top 2 are off, the next 2 are on. And I should stop thinking about left and right, think about inside and outside. Yeah, okay, we can describe this in a way that is easy to translate, right? For this one, which was on the right, both were on, then neither, then outside, then inside, then neither, right? B-N-O-I-N? And then we want the opposite of that for this side. So none, both, inside, outside, both? None, both, inside, outside, both. None, both, inside, outside, both. Okay, except we weren't sure about the bottom. Oh, fuck you! Okay, maybe both bottoms were... This definitely was here and then fell over. It has to have done that. So this is the top, but the spacing is hard to understand. There's clearly, though, this section here was a gap even before the fracture. No arguing with that, I think. And this is definitely a bigger gap than that, right? So both were on. And then on the right, there's a gap of 2. And on the left, just a gap of 1. And then on the bottom, we don't quite know. I mean, I guess I could do this. If I really believed all 4 of these lights, or top 4 rows, are correct, I could just do guessing on the bottom. But, okay, so none, both, inside, outside, both? This one is the inside, so we need, yeah, none, both, outside, inside. So like this, I think we tried and it's wrong. Okay, so the bottom, none of them were lit up. I just couldn't really tell. They're not lit up, but whew, that was a tough one. So what the hell are you? Okay. So there's nothing to look at in this area, but I bet you $1 million that it's gonna be some like, whoa, this top 10 things that'll blow your mind. Like this entire area we've been doing is the puzzle we're trying to draw here. So let's just kind of walk back and try to get a broader view. Actually, this does not look anything like that puzzle. Does it? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it does. How many of these rows did we do, or columns did we do? Because, like, each of these puzzles, like, where they are, could be something. Wait a minute, are these staircases? Can I go up the stairs? I can. I can let myself over here. Whoa! What the heck do I do with this, though? I can see that it's supposed to be like that, and I don't think this one's lit up. But where's the rest? So that would let me have this, like, I don't know if it's a shortcut exactly, but... Is there something over here to look at? There is. Look at that. Okay, so the top two, and then a blank. Huh. And then, is that two more or one more? It looks like two more. So two, blank, one. That's what was on the right. Two, blank, one from the top. But this one's broken, so probably we can't fill this in. So it's like, this is probably the top of that one. So two, blank, one, right? Yeah. Well, that's cool. Doesn't get me anywhere I couldn't get before, I think. Right? Yeah, we've already walked this path. I mean, no, it gets me up here, which I have not been to before. I don't really want to wander into this area. I don't know where I would approach it from if I were going to. But I want to see if it gets me a better view of what's going on with this area. Very funny. So, like, I could start here and work my way down in a new area. But I would rather figure out what's going on with that last puzzle in this section. Is there a run button? Shift. Okay, hang on. So there is an auto run button, and I don't know why it's not on by default. And shift, okay, so shift walks as you might expect. It's not auto run, but like toggle the default run or something. So obviously I can see some of these, right? Like these two seem, this has borders on the edges. But the middle rows are a mystery to me. And so is this thing. I don't know what you're all about. I suppose it's possible that this is just two separate puzzles stuck together and that these two are opposites of each other and like that? No, of course not. That would be too simple. And also, there's no real reason to conclude that from what you can see here. And so far, the game has been like, look, here's the answer. You just have to decode it. Not like guess some crazy thing. The problem is I don't see the answer anywhere yet. I don't understand what this is. Well, no, I do. It's like a laser in the witness, probably, right? Because so far, every time we solve one of these things, it like it lights up a wire that gets here and splits. And those splits go to new puzzles, and then those puzzles are on. So this wire comes to here, and when we solve this, we're going to light up whatever is down there, and we're also going to light this up. And, you know, it looks like a area completion token of some kind. So we don't have to worry about it now for solving this puzzle. Is there something about the structure of this area that corresponds to this somehow? There probably is, right? Look at how these things are sticking out. Like, they're more regular than they've been in the rest of this world, right? And if we look at the dimensions of this kind of walled off area, what exactly are they? Could we say they're 4x5? Is that about right? Maybe. It's not far off. To be honest, it looks more like 4x3 though. Like, it looks wider than it is tall, almost. I don't know how to interpret these things sticking out. Like... because they're kind of between sections. I don't know, maybe we can think of these as, like, this is a section, and this is a section, and this is a section, and this is a section? Because that would give us 5, right? But I still don't know what to do with that. Like, maybe these are the inner pages, and these are kind of the outer sections. So, like, we could say here... and then that's it on the right. Well, but it's not even like closing on itself, right? It doesn't have a pair like all the others we've done in this entire section have pairs, right? There's something that it's the mirror of, the inverted mirror of. This one, there's just one of them. What is it the pair of? I don't know, I don't know what its shape is either. There doesn't seem to be anything up here that it could be. Nothing over here. No weird camera trickery. The camera just follows you. It's not emphasizing any particular section. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to do a 4x5 one of these that doesn't have an opposite. So I guess we're gonna leave the laser for later, huh? That's it for episode 1. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.